In a palace in Boston, there are ghosts. They live on the walls, in the haunting outlines of empty frames. This is the Isabella Stewart Gardner Museum, and 30 years ago, it became the scene of the single largest property theft in world history. This wasn't a high-tech spectacle. There were no lasers, no acrobatic cat burglars. It was a brutally simple con that netted $500 million in art. 13 masterpieces vanished in 81 minutes. And the central mystery isn't just who did it, but why, after all this time. The world's greatest lost treasure has never been found. To understand the crime, you have to understand the place. The Gardner Museum isn't just a building. It's the life's work of one of America's most brilliant and eccentric patrons. Isabella Stewart Gardner designed it as a Venetian-style palace to house her priceless collection. Every painting, every sculpture, had to remain exactly where she put it forever. Fast forward to St. Patrick's Day weekend, 1990. While Boston was lost in citywide celebrations, the Gardner Museum was staffed by 2 young night guards. One of them, a 23-year-old rock musician named Rick Abath, was about to make a decision that would trigger the most catastrophic breach in art security history. Just after 1 a.m., the side door buzzer rang. Outside stood 2 men dressed in what looked like authentic police uniforms. They told Abath they were responding to a disturbance call. Against every rule in the security manual, Abath buzzed them in. The trap was set. The con was brutally effective. Once inside, the cops asked Abath to step away from the security desk hand, the only panic button. They told him he looked familiar, that there might be a warrant out for his arrest, and asked him for his ID as he handed it over. He was slammed against a wall and handcuffed. The heist was on. They subdued the second guard, tied them both up with duct tape, and chained them to pipes in the basement. They told them, "Don't tell anyone, and you'll get a reward in a year." The guards wouldn't be found until the morning shift arrived 8 hours later. For the next 81 minutes, the thieves had the entire museum to themselves, but their choices were baffling. This wasn't a curated hit list. They were chaotic. They took Rembrandt's only seascape, the storm on the Sea of Galilee. But instead of professionally removing it, they crudely sliced it from its frame with a knife. The thieves' movements were a study in contradiction. They tried to steal a Napoleonic flag, but when they couldn't open the display case, they gave up and just unscrewed the golden eagle finial from the top. They stole a worthless ancient Chinese beaker. Their haul was priceless, but their methods suggested they were either brazen amateurs or criminal geniuses disguised as fools. When the morning staff arrived to a scene of chaos, one of the biggest art crime investigations in history began. The FBI's trail quickly led into the Boston criminal underworld, specifically to a crew of mobsters run by Carmelo Merlino. The FBI believed a low-level associate named David Turner and his accomplice, George Reisfelder, physically carried out the heist. But the evidence was circumstantial. Before they could be charged, the suspects started disappearing. George Reisfelder died of a drug overdose in 1991. The man suspected of stashing the art, Robert Garente, died of cancer in 2004. The crew's leader, Carmelo Merlino, died in prison in 2005. The FBI's last great hope was an aging Connecticut mobster named Robert Gentile. In 2012, they found police hats, a list of the stolen art with estimated black market values, but no paintings. Gentile, a man in his late 70s, was offered immunity and the reward money. He insisted he knew nothing, claiming he was set up. He died in 2021, taking any potential secrets to his grave. It's too famous to ever be sold on the open market. The leading theory is that it was stolen as a get-out-of-jail-free card, a bargaining chip for a mobster facing a long prison sentence. But if that was the plan, it failed. Everyone who might have known where it is now gone. Today, as per Isabella Stewart Gardner's will, the empty frames hang in their original spots. They are haunting placeholders for a loss that feels both epic and intimate. They serve as a constant, silent reminder of the crime, waiting for a return that may never come. The museum is offering a $10 million reward for any information leading to the art's safe return. No questions asked. It is the largest private reward of its kind ever, and for over 3 decades, no one has been able to claim it. The loss is not just about the $500 million price tag. It's about a permanent hole in our shared culture. Is the world's greatest lost treasure sitting in an attic somewhere, wrapped in plastic? Or was it destroyed years ago to cover the tracks of a fatally flawed crime? The frames wait, but the ghosts remain silent. Some treasures are stolen for greed, others for glory. If you think the Gardner heist was audacious, wait until you learn about the incredible true story of Vincenzo Peruggia, the simple Italian handyman who stole the Mona Lisa.